am at this lovely little cafe in Paris, waiting to visit with my friend Michelle Chmielewski. And this is really a very fun and special day for me because Michelle and I met each other online over Twitter about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, and we've worked together in probably a dozen different ways. And in fact, if you look at the landing page for my website, she did the video for my business, and we've become great friends. We help each other out all the time, but I've never met her before, and so now I'm going to meet her here in Paris. We're waiting to see her, and we're going to go to a party tonight with bloggers from all over the world, and I thought that would be fun to bring you along, so we'll do that. Well, this is my friend Michelle, who I finally met after about a year. So tell me about the blogging culture here in France and in Paris.
Sure. I mean, I've only been here for a year, so I'm not, the greatest expert on it. But I've been hanging out with some bloggers here in Paris, and really it's kind of different. I mean, I didn't know that many bloggers in person in the US, but for example, here we are tonight in Paris in front of Notre Dame, about to have a party for one of my friends' 5 years anniversary of his blog. And the whole concept is we're here under a bridge where homeless people sleep and it doesn't really smell very good, and there's kind of some construction going on in the corner. But the whole idea is actually there's kind of a little club of bloggers, about 30 or 40 of them here, that are really well known by marketing directors and by different brands here in Paris, and they're always invited to these crazy parties where they're given free champagne and things like that, and it's changing, it's not all the time, and I don't want to generalize, but it was just something I'd never seen before. So the idea here was, well, we're not here to ask how many followers do you have on Twitter and how many people do you have reading your blog, because clearly if it's under 2,000, I'm not going to talk to you. So that's not the idea here. It's just to be saying, here we're just regular people, and actually if you walk up to somebody in the street and ask them about Twitter or their blog, they might just look at you like you're a little crazy. So, we're all just people hanging out, having a good time, and we have our champagne, so happy 5 years to Gregory Puy.
Well, when I have the party for Grow, I think it will also be with homeless people under a bridge. I think that would be very appropriate.
It's the way to
go.
So,
also, well, since you've moved here, now you're blogging in French.
Yeah.
So tell me about some of the challenges, because you do English and French.
I do. Yeah. Well, I blog in English first, and then I translate it into French because one of my friends said, well, if you want to be known in France, you have to blog in French. And of course I told him, well, if you want to be known outside of France, you have to blog in English. So it's kind of trying to become, part of the blogging culture here as well, because I really just enjoy it, and I enjoy getting to know people. And if it's in English, some people will read it, but I just realized that it's much more accessible to people here if it's already in French. And so actually, for example, too, we just launched a video site for the company that I work for. So it's monitorchat.tv. And I'm just doing the videos in English, but actually what I'm doing also is I'm using a service called Caption2, where you can go and you can put the captions underneath, and then, so they're in English, but then afterwards, using the Google Translate, it automatically chooses a language. So you can just go on the bottom right-hand corner and click on the language, because I realize that I'm an Anglophone, but not everybody speaks English, and it's not fair to have information available only in English.
Yeah. Well, Michelle, you're very well known to all of our friends on Grow, to the people on Grow, yes, yeah, which would be me. I know. I'm the only regular reader of Grow actually that I know.
And your wife.
Well, no, she doesn't even read it regularly.
Who's got the time?
Yeah. But anyway, so tell us how...
it's his birthday party.
Oh, okay. Tell us how we can find you on the web, and how can we find your blog?
So my blogs, I like marketing and anthropology, so my blog is observingparticipant.wordpress.com.
Right.
Or on Twitter, my name is super long, so I condensed it. My name is Michelle Chmielewski, so it's Michimski, M-I-C-H-M-S-K-I. So
right.
Send me a message.
And of course you can see Michelle on my website, on my landing page. She did the, the video.
We were laughing about that.
What? You mean you're not proud of the video?
I am super proud.
Then why are you laughing at my webpage?
Amazing.
All right, thanks, Michelle.
Magical. Thanks, Mark.